Welcome back. We are here with Red, Blue, Devoid, and we will certainly keep this hand. Lead on Evolving Wilds for an island, into Mist Intruder, into Herald, and can't lose. Sounds about right. Depending on what my opponent does, we could also just play Skyspawner. Alright, opponent revealed a forest. So we are playing against a green deck. See how it goes. We're going to start by not forgetting to sacrifice this Evolving Wilds. Island. Ooh, Ulamog Despoiler. That's pretty good. You only need 2 things to be ingested to make that good. Alright. I'm playing a The nice thing about playing Herald of Kozilek into Eldrazi Skyspawner is we can then play Looming Spires and Eldrazi Skyspawner. Ooh, that was a pretty good one. We can play Skyspawner and hold up Outnumber, so I think we're going to do that. As opposed to playing Skyspawner and then Herald, because we wouldn't be able to hold up Outnumber if we were to cast Herald. Alright, well, completely disregarded. That's fine. I think since our opponent hasn't quite done anything yet, we're just fine playing the Looming Spires still. We're not going to be able to play a turn 5 Despoiler, unfortunately. Oh wow, just rares. This Mist Intruder is out for rare blood. Catacomb Sifter, sure. Guess we're not attacking with our Eldrazi Scion token. Vampiric Rites is interesting. Kind of makes me want to just outnumber the Catacomb Sifter. I think we can wait though. Can we? I think we just outnumber the Catacomb Sifter. Here. Giving our opponent the opportunity to get value off of Vampiric Rites is not something I'm super interested in doing. So our opponent's playing one of the better green decks in the format, the green-black sacrifice deck. Alright, just scooping. Sweet. I mean, we did hit Wasteland Strangler and into this one, but the green-black sacrifice deck. And let's see. Complete disregard, is that enough to bring in Dispel over, I don't know, Boiling Earth? No. Boiling Earth and Radiant Flames both seem very good. We could bring in Dispel for Anticipate, I suppose. Yeah, I think we'd rather have the Dispel in most situations. Anyway, so green-black sacrifice is the best green deck in the format, I think. Mostly because it is the most synergistic of all the green decks. Like, green-white has allies, and green-red has landfall, but green-black has a way to gum up the board early and then gain a lot of advantage later in the game. Perfect! Turn 2 Mist Intruder? Can't mulligan that. Alright, against a turn 1 Vamp Rites. I mean, Serpentine Spike is promising too. Opponent didn't play a land, didn't play a green source. Wow, dubs Mist Intruder. Means we'll have something to play on turn 4. Alright, there's the green source. No! Serpentine Spike! They could take the Benthic Infiltrator. It's something that they could do, which is actually exactly what they did. Okay, interesting. So, why did my opponent not take my, like, removal? And do I need to be worried about that? Alright, hit a Silent Skimmer. I think I just play the Skyspawner. Yeah, I kind of suspected the complete disregard. Despoiler was a sweet draw. We're still attacking for 2 this turn, so watch out, world. Next turn we have Stonefury or Despoiler. Grave Birthing, a reasonable hit. Dominator Drone for 0 value. Outnumber. Alright, well, since I don't really feel like playing the Stonefury on a Dominator Drone, but I do want to attack, I am going to do that. We're getting in as many hits with this Eldrazi sign as we can, because there's a good chance our opponent plays, like, an Eyeless Watcher, and we're just can't do that anymore. Or we draw land and we want to cast Ulamog Despoiler, which I don't think we actually care to accelerate into, but, well, now I kind of do. Alright, opponent's deck looks like basically exactly what I expected the green-black deck to be when I saw the spoilers. So I expected my opponent to have Wasteland Strangler in their hand, since they seem pretty keen on just exiling something. I can't see where you wouldn't. Maybe they just don't have removal, so that's why they took the Benthic Infiltrator, because they knew they couldn't deal with it. But anyway, casting Despoiler. So our opponent is playing Jund. Thought the deck was great until just now. There's enough green going around that usually you shouldn't have to splash any colors. Interesting. Alright, so that wasn't really a great game, but it was a demonstration of, you know, turn 2 Mist Intruder. That guy's so cute. Alright. Well, I guess we're gonna be playing round 2. Welcome back. We are here for round 2 with our blue-red Devoid. I was gonna say Devotion deck. Devoid deck. We would love to play first, and his hand is kind of sketch. I think we can do better. Yes, certainly better. We're gonna keep this. Our opponent also on the mulligan, and we're gonna put that on the bottom. And put the card on top. Hoping for a Mist Intruder or a Kozilek Sentinel. Clutch of Currents works too, I suppose. Blade Whirl, sure. Alright, we'll play a Herald of Kozilek and pass. And the reason again we're doing this is because that way we can play 2 spells a turn faster. For example, we have Outnumber in the deck. Next turn we can awaken Clutch of Currents, which is pretty sweet. Although we're only taking 2 hits a turn, or 2 points a turn from the Blade Whirl, so I can see it not doing that and instead saving it for a larger threat. Cryptic Cruiser. Is that threatening enough? Now that I've drawn Skyspawner, I don't think so. And then here we're just going to use the Boiling Earth to 1-for-1 for the Cryptic Cruiser. It's really annoying. Are we trading for the core Blade Whirl? I don't think so. Right now we're racing quite well, so I'd rather not. Perfect. Outnumber also works. This gets us in for an extra couple of damage. Oh, what did we exile? By the way, Courier Griffin. So this is the opponent that probably took like the Royal Spout and the Retribution? Something Retribution? Royal's Retribution. Oh, another one. Cool. So question for you, opponent. How much do you like casting that card? Let's see. If we bounce it, we can attack for... we can definitely kill our opponent. If we don't, if we just say, for example, play Benthic Infiltrator, is our opponent still dead? But they can double block the Vile Aggregate, so I think we're... just going to clutch the Ghostly Sentinel. Alright, cool. Got there. Volcanic Upheaval is interesting because some of the Awaken spells are countered when you cast Volcanic Upheaval on the land that they are targeting. But it's not necessarily something that I actually want to do. We'll just submit. Double Outnumber, double Kozilek Sentinel. Yeah, I think this is a reasonable keep. I think it's better than a Malta 6. Falling Wilds would be a good one. Or just a Nettle Drone. Our opponent choosing not to crack their Evolving Wilds, which tells me that they are a little bit light on the lands and they don't want to draw whatever they bottomed with their Scry, because our opponent's on the mulligan as well. Or no, they didn't bottom anything, so they just are looking for lands. Probably have a 3-drop though. Benthic Infiltrator. That's no fun. Definitely just playing Nettle Drone because I can play Kozilek Sentinel and outnumber something next turn if I wanted. Is our opponent going to attack? Yep. Probably gonna hit an island. That's how that works when I play against Benthic Infiltrator. Alright. Mountain, not devastating. Core Blade Whirl, outnumbered. Ooh, triple Kozilek Sentinel. I think we outnumber. We're just gonna play the Kozilek Sentinel. Well, we're gonna ping Kozilek Sentinel. Untap. Pump. Outnumber. And attack. It's not super important that our Nettle Drone is untapped. And next turn we can actually outnumber the Benthic Infiltrator, which is pretty sweet. Hey, there's the island. Salvage drone. Huh. not particularly interested in trading that with my Nettle Drone. I think I'm actually just gonna cast Kozilek, so I'm gonna ping first. Our ordering is always a little weird because our Kozilek Sentinels want us to play our other colorless spells pre-combat. Additionally, being able to hold up Outnumber in case our opponent tries to remove one of our creatures, and we can respond to it by outnumbering Benthic Infiltrator or whatever. It's pretty good. Alright, our opponent finally let our Nettle Drone ping resolve. I love Kozilek Sentinel. I think it's quietly one of the better cards in the Devoid deck. Our opponent probably has like a Gideon's Reproach this turn. Wouldn't be surprised. Oh, nope. Sweet. This Outnumber's probably better served hitting a Sentinel. One of the... I was like, oh, I'll block the Salvage Drone, that's fine. Set the Vigilant Sentinel, something or another. Oh boy! Just made of action. Courier Griffin, sure. Clutch of Currents. Alright. I think I just attack here. Opponent can't even double block profitably? Yeah. Okay. What do we have at instant speed? Nothing. That would... yeah. Not a huge fan of letting my opponent loot here, but I think attacking there was the best option. Opponent pitched a land, which is interesting. Not attacking. Attacking. Okay. Okay. Probably playing the Vigilant guy now? Yeah. Okay, that one I think is worth outnumbering. Island. Mountain. Okay. Mostly playing out the mountain because otherwise, because I can Clutch of Currents next turn, so. I probably have another one. Man. I would love to draw 3 islands in a row. Be fantastic. Oh man, and we get to trigger our Kozilek Sentinels? That's sweet. Radiant Flames is not our best draw. For sure. Interesting. So our opponent has another thing to play. Oh my gosh, so many islands. So much exiling. My opponent... gross. I mean, I can Boiling Earth that. But that's still kind of disgusting, especially because it's a 4/5. Okay, now the big question is, do I try and cast Cloud Manta? I think the big answer is no, just Boiling Earth. If I was super greedy, what I could do is cast Radiant Flames, but I'm not. Kill the island in my Nettle Drone. Alright, no blocks. Ghostly Sentinel, sure. Deal 1. Oracle of Dust, you say? That was a pretty good draw. If I attack with everything here and my opponent has nothing, then we're good. If I attack with everything here and my opponent has something, we're kind of in rough shape. So I think I just pass here and plan on casting Clutch of Currents next turn. Oracle of Dust is also a nice draw because it can block Blight Herder. And it beats for 3, which is pretty big. Just size-wise. Yep. No blocks. We're finding ourselves in a slightly precarious position. Did our opponent not have any cards in hand last turn? Oh shoot, I forgot to... No, I'm gonna draw a land, it's fine. That may also work. No, it doesn't quite work, does it? We definitely messed up, but... Spell Shovel. Nope. Yeah, we messed up. We missed the ping, and now I think we're just dead. Yeah, that's bad. Oh, yep. That, we just threw away the game. Great, love it. Alright, run it back. Keeping this hand. Ugh. Gosh. That last game, we had it in hand and just missed a ping, so not great. But this is a new game. A game where we have both of our colors and a 7-drop. But seriously, Serpentine Spike is really good against flyers. Okay. Land go. Alright. There we go. Herald of Kozilek makes both Outnumber and Serpentine Spike better. That's always good. Radiant Flames. That's real bad against Fortified Rampart, let me tell you. Opponent doesn't have a lot of stuff that dies to Radiant Flames, but there's a pretty low opportunity cost associated with it. At worst, it's a 1-for-1. Or, yeah, 1-for-1. With, like, the 2/2. I'm mighty suspicious. Oh hey, another board wipe. Sweet. Our opponent doesn't have Royal's Retribution mana. They do have Gideon's Reproach mana. So maybe it wasn't worth attacking for 1 damage to play into Gideon's Reproach. Something worth thinking about. The way my opponent is blocking, however, makes me think that they don't have it. Or maybe they're just worried about me going off with Kozilek Sentinel. Or, yeah, Kozilek Sentinel. Alright, opponent went to damage. About time. Okay. Your guys get first strike. I think we just pass. Doesn't seem worthwhile to play Outnumber here. Our opponent had shown us Spell Shrivel, so I think I just pass. And I'm not interested in playing Skyspawner into Spell Shrivel, especially when it's a pretty powerful card with the Outnumber. Benthic Infiltrator, sure. Sweet. Now we play the Skyspawner. Serpentine Spike seems really good against this board. Especially if our opponent plays like the Vigilant guy. Tightening Coils, sure. Do I let this Benthic Infiltrator hit? I think that's fine. I don't really particularly want to use Outnumber on it. Mountain, yeah, okay. Alright, Evolving Wilds. Perfect. Just what I always wanted. Guess we pass here? Could play Boiling Earth Awakened next turn. No blocks. Drawing both Radiant Flames and Boiling Earth is a little awkward. Especially when it doesn't really line up very well against our opponent's draw, it looks like. I could Radiant Flames here. We'd lose Skyspawner and Scion. We lose Skyspawner and Scion, but Skyspawner's like locked down. Eldrazi Scions, whatever. Our opponent has 4 cards in hand. Ugh. I think I just pass. Alright. See what you got. Dispel. Alright. That's fine. No, Mist Intruder. Come back. I needed you. Alright, play like the Sentinel guy. Ow. I was talking to the other guy, but I do like me some Kozilek Sentinel. I think it's still fine to Radiant Flames. It's a 2 for 2. That's fine. Play Kozilek Sentinel. Pass the turn. This is just terrible. Terrible. Oh, I like that card. Windrider Patrol. Alright. I could cast Clutch of Currents and potentially Anticipate as well. I'm casting Clutch of Currents with Awaken, targeting that guy and that land. If our opponent has the Spell Shrivel, they're going to use it, obviously. Yep. And then next turn we can Serpentine Spike and kill much of the board. Gonna have to take a hit from Windrider Patrol though, which kind of sucks. Looming Spires. Sure. Baby Ojai doing work as per usual. Rather. Really. But we get to anticipate. Cut. Gain 2 life. Sure. Anticipate. Grab this rune processor. Seems pretty good. Attack with all these guys. Hope our opponent doesn't have another Spell Shrivel. Be awkward for us. Yes. Oh, please block. Please. Ah, yes. Lithomancer's focus. Well, you're no fun. Alright, well. Serpentine Spike. 2, 3, 4. Still doing this because it's still a 2 for 1. And, I'd really rather not. Face down all 3 of those creatures. Next turn I can process something, rune process something. Unless my opponent plays Blighter here, in which case I'll probably just kick Boiling Earth. Rune processor. Alright, I see that our decks do significantly similar things. Alright, certainly just playing Rune Processor here. Bring this Benthic Infiltrator. That's fine. Our opponent's clock is significantly faster than ours. Stupid Lithomancer's Focus. Of course our opponent had a Lithomancer's Focus. Could play Vile Aggregate, Benthic Infiltrator, or I could play, like, Boiling Earth Kicked after attacking with Rune Processor. I think I do the first one. Take 2. I have Outnumbers in my deck, right? Something that I have. Ugh, gross. Another one? Alright, well. Attacks. Okay. Take 1. Ingest. I think I play the island. Rune Processor getting Vigilance. That'd be funny. Nope, just a Courier Griffin getting Vigilance. Fine. I'll block. Okay. Attack with this Rune Processor and not that guy. This guy. Alright, our opponent didn't block, which means I may have a chance. Especially since this guy's a 9/9. Probably needed to have had Outnumber last turn though. Okay. So Outnumber's still a live draw then? Seems good. Kozilek Sentinel makes our Vile Aggregate a 7/7. However, and our other Sentinels 2 4s. Oh god, it's turn 17 too. I definitely attack with Despoiler, definitely attack with Rune Processor. That's given. That's 16, 17. If we awaken Boiling Earth, then we have 4 coming, and this is a 7, and this dies if it blocks the Vile Aggregate. And then our opponent has to... So... if we attack with Vile Aggregate, Rune Processor, Benthic Infiltrator, and Ulamog Despoiler, our opponent has to... we lose to literally anything, so like, I'm not taking this into account at all. So if we attack with these 4, as the board is right now, our opponent has to block the Despoiler or the Processor. Just those, though. Then they can survive and win on the crackback. If we play Kozilek Sentinel, swing out, our opponent is facing down 2, 4, 18, lots of damage. Do they have to block one more thing? If they already blocked the Ulamog Despoiler, they're looking at taking 2, 4, 12. Yeah, too much. Boiling Earth puts a 4-power attacker on the board, though, which I think cancels out the Kozilek Sentinels and still makes Vile Aggregate a thing. If our opponent has another Spell Shrivel, then we're kind of in a lot of trouble. Because then we can't... Oh yeah, we can. We can still cast Kozilek Sentinel if we cast Boiling Earth's Awakened. So we're gonna do that. If we cast Boiling Earth Awakened and our opponent counters it. Alright, cool. Blocked as expected. Any pre-combat or okay? No Gideon's Reproach. Oh goodness. Cool. If our opponent has any pump spell, any awaken spell, we're dead. This is so intense. Mother. Alright, opponent's attacking, or moving to combat. Passing the turn. Interesting. Gonna go ahead and call Encircling Fissure on this one. But I think what I need to do is play Kozilek Sentinel. No. Oh, yeah, we'll play Kozilek Sentinel. Attack with our big guys, attack with our Benthic Infiltrator, attack with our island, attack with the Kozilek Sentinel. Opponent could Encircling Fissure. Or what else could they do in this format? Gideon's Reproach? We're playing around our opponent having Encircling Fissure and then like a Coastal Discovery. Drawing a Coastal Discovery. But if they had an Encircling Fissure, they should have killed us last turn. Because they could just cast Encircling Fissure targeting us and then awaken a land and attack. Good gravy, this is intense. And we got there! In spite of throwing away game 2, we got there. So, we're headed to the finals. I'll see you guys in 2 minutes. Opponent interested in splitting? I'm really not. I'd like to play. Yeah, I think we can keep this. We've got 2 board wipes. Works for me. And Anticipate should find us a red source eventually. Against a white deck? Yeah, Radiant Flames is looking real good. I could see siding in... Oh, hey, had it. I could see siding in another color of land. Oh man, Radiant Flames is so good against this deck. We're looking for something like Herald of Kozilek that makes it easy to block. I'll just take this Skyspawner though. We want our opponent to overcommit into a Radiant Flames, which means that we want to play stuff that we don't mind trading for like 2/2s. matter. Well, if we want our opponent to overcommit into a Radiant Flames, do we cast this Nettle Drone? And I think the answer is no. I think we just want to play Skyspawner. And plan on blocking the Reckless cohort. I'll block. Vile Aggregate Predator, sure. Alright, we're not going to play the Mist Intruder here. We're going to hold up Stonefury though. Sure. We'll take 4 this turn. Munda. Ambush Leader. Just a McKindy Patrol. Sure. Bro has Vigilance. Alright, well, Looming Spires the Eldrazi Scion. I'll attack with it. Got him. We'll take our 2 for 1 and be on our merry way. Thank you. Now we can Stonefury our opponent's next play. That's a good one to Stonefury, I'd say. Outnumber. Less than stellar right now, but should be good later. We've got a couple things to play. Vile Aggregate. Sure. Core Castigator. Also sure. Mist Intruder can block Vile Aggregate right now. I think I just want to clutch though. That gives us another turn to draw into more things to play with Outnumber. We'll take 3 from the Core Castigator. I think that's kind of worth. Courier Griffin, sure. Interesting that our opponent's playing the Griffin. Oh, okay. Rune Processor, yeah, okay. Could play both Boiling Earth and Outnumber next turn, if we so desired. Taking so much damage from the Castigator. So our opponent decides whether or not to bounce a land, and they do. I don't think we block though. Yep. Play another Core Castigator. Oh, okay. Just equip the thing. To the stuff. I'll attack with this guy. Feels loose. But we're gonna 1-for-1 the Core Castigator. We probably... think we side in like a swamp or something. So we're just at now, let's see, 4. We actually aren't dead at all. It's a 4-8, jeez. I think we take the 4 though. Go to 2. Opponent gets to ingest. Kind of needed that. Hit you for 1. Serpentine Spike. Not quite. Since our opponent's playing Sandstone Bridge again, we're okay, so we have to block here. Which is pretty bad for us, actually. Ah, I needed that too. Okay, cool. We're almost there. Maybe our opponent forgets to play the Sandstone Bridge before they attack. Interesting. You were winning regardless. Okay. That game was pretty loose. Let's see, what do we have against, like, the Flyers Slab Hammer deck? Do we have anything we want more than, or that we want Dispel over? Not particularly. Alright. Let's run it back. Yes, we'll be on the play. Yeah, we'll keep this hand. Is Vile Aggregate into Skyspawner good? Just curious. Pretty easily playing Sentinel turn 1 or turn 2. I keep saying turn 1. I feel like I've been playing too much cube. Now that we have like our early game that's not a bunch of X1s, I think we're in a little bit better of a position. Do we block that? Opponent didn't attack, so guess not. Opponent might have Lithomancer's Focus. It's always a blowout, that Lithomancer's Focus. I think we're fine. Val could... oh, Fire Mantle Mage. That's a good one. Land. Do we want to play Oracle? Do we want to play Mist Intruder? Do we want to... Oh, we've only got one card exiled from our opponent so far, so I think we want a Mist Intruder. I know we want to do something. I think we cast Mist Intruder. It better sets up for a potential Despoiler next turn. I'll take 3. Courier Griffin, sure. Alright, so Mist Intruder not happening. Or Mist Intruder getting in, not happening. But I think we play this Oracle of Dust instead of Stonefurying the Courier Griffin. This way we can double block one of his creatures if they play an ally. If not, then I like the aggro play of Stonefury the Courier Griffin. And attack with Mist Intruder and Skyspawner. Then next turn play Despoiler. As a big. It's my favorite way to describe creature size. It's just a big. Yeah, Kozilek Sentinel is great in this matchup. I'll block. Man, I can start looting with Oracle of Dust too. Super good. We're gonna keep that island in hand to loot with Oracle of Dust, as noted. Stasis Snare, sure. Oblivion Sower. Oh man. Pretty glad we didn't hit that one. Dude, you can totally hit if you hit an Awakened Land with Stasis Snare, you can get it put into play with Oblivion Sower. Sure, I'll take this Rune Processor. Take another big. We just need to hit our opponent for 1, so if they don't block then... Well, they have to block. You will die. Sure. Another one. Neat. Sure Strike, Stasis Snare. Goodness. Opponent has all these. Vestige of Emrakul back in your graveyard. Note to self, opponent has multiple stasis snares. I think we just run it back. I'll keep. Oracle of Dust is a nice one. Can take a hit from, yeah, whatever. dork our opponent plays this turn. Unless we draw a Kozilek Sentinel. We did not, but Benthic Infiltrator is a great way to set up Radiant Flames, so... Or a Boiling Earth, I guess, if our opponent plays another X1. That's a little scary. Take 4. Yeah. It's pretty aggressive, not gonna lie. Now I'm just gonna Boiling Earth this turn, like, probably. Yeah, we'll just Boiling Earth. I think I want Clutch of Currents. It's fine. Vile Aggregate's a good draw too. Goodness. I think we Boiling Earth though. Prevent some damage while our opponent does not have any mana up. Sure. Alright, Kozilek Sentinel, nice draw. Eventually. I'd rather play Oracle of Dust next turn. Vile Aggregate, sure. I'll block. Okay. Ooh, double Kozilek Sentinel. That was a good draw. Because now we can triple block the Vile Aggregate. Yep. Attack me. Ooh. Interesting. Sure Strike? Like, I can see that being a thing that our opponent does. Sure Strike doesn't even do that much against us, though. Yeah. It kills the Vile Aggregate. I'm gonna double block your Vile Aggregate again. That's what I thought. Sure, I'll just play a Benthic Infiltrator. Oh. Yeah. I think I want to play Benthic Infiltrator here over, like, a Vile Aggregate, or over Clutch of Currents kicked, because it's never too soon to get Oracle of Dust going, that's for sure. Angelic Captain. I'll triple block your Vile Aggregate again. In fact, we'll quadruple block it. We're gonna hold on to that. I'd like to start looting with Benthic Infiltrator. And Oracle. Stasis Snare, that was a good one. Courier Griffin, sure. Get rid of that. Serpentine Spike. Well, we'll bin the Radiant Flames because it's not really doing a whole lot. We'll play this land. Then we'll loot next turn to try and find a land for the Serpentine Spike. I'll take 2. How do we get so low? spin the Mist Intruder, play a land, Serpentine Spike, 2, 3, 4. Got there. No, it's not worth attacking with Oracle of Dust. Our opponent can just block with Vile Aggregate. And we had the Lithomancer's Focus? Oh, daggers. Ha! Got there with our double planar outburst of the sideboard deck. Cool. There were a couple of points where we played loose, and I like to think that I pointed them out for you. So, there's that. But I think our deck overall was pretty good. It showed the strength of Kozilek Sentinel and how sweet Serpentine Spike is. So, yeah, cool. Alright, thanks for watching. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and on Twitch. My Twitter handle is @MTGValkyrie. My Twitch channel is at twitch.tv/MindofMirrodin. And check out my YouTube channel for a new draft video every weekday. Yes, that's right. Check out my YouTube channel because you get a new one every day. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.